For many years, Sarah endured a life filled with silent suffering. She was bound by the chains of societal expectations and the weight of her own fear. Married to a man she once loved, she found herself trapped in a cycle of humiliation and despair. Her husband, Jack, was a man of strong will and sharp tongue. His words cut like daggers, slicing through Sarah's self-esteem with precision. At first, she tried to brush off his insults, believing they were merely fleeting moments of anger. But as time passed, those moments became her reality. Jack's words were not just harsh, they were a constant barrage of criticism and contempt. He belittled her in front of friends and family, making her feel small and insignificant. Sarah felt suffocated, drowning in a sea of despair with no lifeline in sight. Despite her pain, Sarah remained silent. She buried her suffering deep within herself, afraid to confront the truth of her reality. She convinced herself that this was the price she had to pay for love, that enduring Jack's abuse was her duty as a wife. But as the years wore on, Sarah's spirit began to wither. She lost the sparkle in her eyes, replaced by a dull emptiness that echoed the void within her soul. She forgot what it meant to be happy, resigned to a life of quiet desperation. One day, as she stared at her reflection in the mirror, Sarah saw a stranger staring back at her. She saw the lines etched into her face by years of tears and sorrow, and she realized that she could no longer continue living this way. With newfound courage, Sarah made a decision. She would no longer allow herself to be a victim of Jack's cruelty. She would break free from the chains that bound her and reclaim her dignity and self-worth. It wasn't easy. Breaking free from years of emotional abuse required strength and resilience. But Sarah refused to back down. She sought help from friends and family, leaning on them for support as she took the first steps towards liberation. Slowly but surely, Sarah began to rebuild her life. She rediscovered her passions and pursued her dreams with unwavering determination. And as she stood on her own 2 feet, she realized that she was stronger than she had ever imagined. The moral of Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that no one should ever tolerate abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, or psychological. Silence only serves to perpetuate the cycle of suffering. It takes courage to break free from the chains of oppression, but the reward is a life filled with dignity, self-respect, and true happiness.